sniper shots on you from super long range. You have to come around the corner with one of those little mirrors on a stick for Doom to see what's around the corner in this lane. Get spammed out. Well, look at that. A flurry of tips to start things off. Some good luck, have fun as we get ourselves into this last series of regulation play in the group stage for ESL One Raleigh.
Yeah, a few tips being traded back and forth, a little bit of banter between teams as we load in. First ward being placed by Dyer, nice and located on the enemy high ground.
Yeah, you hit that tree and
he did do a grand 80 damage to it, so it'll take a while for that treant to recover. Oh no, he died.
Gracious me. Yeah, these treants are absolutely monstrous. Yeah, speaking of winning lanes, Skitter with treants, just automatic victory. 750 health.
Yeah, they're so hard to lane into. Big move here. The late smoke around with fantastic kill potential. They have the PA to set up and then Sand King to stun in case there's a TP out. Oh, did they see it? No, they didn't. Barely. The ward doesn't see him. If it was just a millimeter down south, I think they would have glimpsed into the tree line.
That looks like a great read, though, from Skitter. Goes out, gets the Watcher, comes back, tucks away in the trees. I mean, not necessarily reading where they are, but reading that he could be in danger and that he doesn't need to be risking his life moving out too far. I may have spoken too soon, though. Skitter gets eyed up by this Muerta and Sand King. It looks like the rest of Tidebound are skipping out.
Skeeter TPs to the lane, though. If they do stick around here and find a way to go onto him, it could be rough. Well, it looks like they're going to go through the gate, get back to the lane. Muerta is not going to sit around. He did have to use his teleport scroll, and, you know, it seems like a very small thing, but 100 gold, it still is some eco damage, just this little move.
Yeah, especially if that death does happen. But for now, very good, nice smooth plays from Skitter up in that top lane. And in the mid, nothing to say against Quinn. A real matchup in this mid lane. Two of the best to ever have done it. Dragonite 2-1, Ember 2-1. So far, very even. But this is where Dragonite just out-regens and outlast hits.
Yeah, generally is how it goes. We'll see what Ember can do. Going for the Flame Guard builds can get a lot of CSing done as well. And DK has to be careful not to take too much damage because the regen isn't so strong early game. But once he gets his bracers up, it starts getting difficult for Ember to contest the last hits, I think.
I'm going to see Falcons with their 2 observe wards. One mid for the rune up on that high ground on the Radiant side. And one deeper dire ward down in that bottom jungle. Usually that ward kind of looking for career snipes or something, but the transition from lane to lane, something here that maybe Crit could be looking at.
Battling it out, the 2 supports, the Caudle and the Muerta, just trading hits. Muerta will find the D ward on the small camps now. Forces Caudle to body block. He's gonna ward block the big camp as well.
I'm doing pretty happy with the state of affairs so far. Yeah, planting his flag on the ground and everything.
Definitely. I mean, just 1v1ing against the PA is the best he can ask for on this lane. I'm surprised that they didn't decide to pair up the AA together with the PA. I think, you know, obviously AA Sand King has a lot of merit to it as well. You can press the cold feet and then stun with Sand King. It's a good setup. But I do believe that the PA would have been happier having AA supporting for that constant harassment.
Yeah, you definitely lose out a little bit in that value for sure.
But either combination is strong. Muerta can also benefit a lot from the Stifling Dagger slow. Sets up the dead shot and the calling in a good way. Lotus are spawning. We already see players contesting for it on the top lane. Snaking gonna be the one winning it out.
And I guess Muerta also pretty decent defensively if they do get gone on. Having this Cottle Doom Infernal Blade Chakra Magic business, you know, once we get a couple of levels up on Crit, that can start to get pretty nasty. And hell, even just Scorched Earth being spammed non-stop, this Doom can be a monstrous presence.
I think that's the important thing. You can Deadshot and force the Doom to run the other direction. So when he pops the Scorched Earth trying to do the rundown on you, you can say, no, you run that way, PA blinks the other way, and suddenly you have disjointed entirely. Sand King actually was running around getting up to some shenanigans, but CM forces him to TP out. So back to the top lane. Or Faith beyond.
11 denies on this Nature's Prophet already. It's just it's disgusting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Treants are no fun.
No.
Even if Sanking has a lot of AoE damage, that's not really a counter to Nature's Prophet anymore. I don't know what is the counter to Nature's Prophet, I'm gonna be honest. This was the first pick, and we see him already absolutely dominating the CS board. Dragon Knight not too far behind in last season nice though.
We need to be able to devour or enchant these things. Something.
They should get the Arc Warden treatment. Over time, they should get the movement speed reduction and mischance on those treants. You know, the longer they live, that is a real nasty thing to have to deal with.
There is a Curious Knight by crit, so the ward paying off. Gets the bounty rune as well. Where's Muerta going? Is it already Twin Gate time?
He's thinking about it, and he's also maybe setting up to stack Ancients already. They have good heroes for clearing it. If PA doesn't do it, they can always send Sanking down here to take Ancients.
It looks like Sanking has already kind of dipped out of that top lane, farming jungle a bit. Not wanting to face off honorably against his Nature's Prophet and Crystal Maiden.
The Satyr Genocide is coming in. What is this? The poor little boys.
Wiped out.
All the young ones already dead. The younglings.
A nice bit of cash and experience there for the Sanking, which he was not getting up top. But it also means Planet is left completely alone. So first blood for Skitter as him and Snaking step up to kill that ancient apparition.
That's a bit of a concerning thing as well about having AA on the off lane. He does not thrive on the long lane. Almost always when we see this hero picked, it's similar to Warlock. You want to see him on safe lane. He gets caught out very easily on top.
Yeah, it's like the dictionary definition of sitting duck. Just has a picture of Crystal Maiden, Warlock, and Ancient Apparition next to it.
Yeah.
So mid lane, crit came in, guarding Quinn. Nice dead shot, but the cold feet doesn't snap. Nothing to say can't finish the job. Ember close to death, but surviving for now. Around minute 6, looking for this active rune.
Both teams showing up at 5:30. I've talked to you about this before, preempting the power rune by actually going for gank before it. Both teams were doing it this game, which results in nobody dying, but in the end, haste rune going to be controlled up by the Dragon Knight. So.
That's good for him. And Bach now returning to the lane, but the Crystal Maidens come in behind. Over in the Dire Ancients, we've got Y here, scouting things out, puts down the calling, but an Illuminate and Quinn's follow through. Not going to go for it.
Quinn's build is pretty interesting. He's skipping Slide entirely. 0 point Slide of Fist at level 5. So this is a very farming route on Ember. It does make his laning stage better against the Dragon Knight, but even so he's losing the lane. And I think this really hurts mid-game for an Ember. Having just Flame Guard to play around and not having the Slight with the Caudal combo, I thought that would be a big reason why they play the Caudal Ember in the first place.
Same. Maybe the call has been made that Amara is getting all of the chakras and Quinn gets nothing.
Devour, my friend, devour.
Amara going to devour the 1 HP Kobold.
Gets the speed aura. This is a fantastic creep in the early game. Definitely S tier. You get to 12% movement speed. Hard to stop Doom from either running away or running you down.
Yeah, and he'll soon have phase boots, which makes that even more potent.
Yep.
Well, they come back. They broke the laning phase down for about a minute or so around that active rune, then return to this 2-1-2. Looks like Sanking has been kind of left alone now, as the Ancient Apparition is still trying to find his home. Now he's moving out of top, doesn't want to be sitting up there, kind of stacking, moving towards mid. And Kotl going to hold that wave against the Dragon Knight for now, as Crystal Maiden, through the Twin Gate, dies.
Ooh. Yeah, gets taken down. CM doesn't do that well on her own, especially when the PA's eyes light up as she sees one of the juiciest heroes in the game. Easy kill, and looks like PA will activate early, going through top, looking for Nature's Prophet. Not the easiest kill, but the two of them could do it with a calling coming off cooldown.
This is where
enough
Skitter
mana
TP's
for both
mid.
spells though on Murta.
The Dire scan. Yeah, Skitter's felt this one. Now he's going to TP mid and kill the AA or something. Bach and Shiro still playing forward.
Yeah, yes,
Watching
ready
Quinn
for
going
mid-lane.
diving on his DK. Quit and Snaking trying to catch up. They get the root from the chains, but nothing to say. The Frostbite, the tanky Dragon Knight, not able to survive. There's Skitter who shows up while Planet and Y, they can't really punch back against them.
Yeah, they get the kill, but they don't get to deal extra tower damage immediately on the back of it. And I would really like to see them get a ward for themselves on their own Ancient Camp right now. Crit has one, just for a Nature's Prophet ulti to balance on those creeps as well. You got a massive Ancient stack. Of course, the Nature's ulti not being limited in how many bounces it does anymore means you can do some sneaky stuff with it. Oh, looks
Maelstrom.
like laning's... Oh, the Doom. They got the PA.
Oh, you're
He's
right.
just dead.
Straight up gone. Yeah, Amar going to get stunned on his way out. 21. Movement speed galore. It's a challenging kill to finish off. He's going to pop Lotus the Wand and into pig pole mode. He's just oinking away through the river. Nothing to say he's going to have another stun soon, but the follow through, does Y and Planet have enough damage? I don't know about this. You're chasing for so long. I'm kind of surprised Falcons haven't brought people to come and help him. He's bought so much time, you can't even finish him. He's out of here.
Cue the Benny Hill theme. What's going on here? He's just out of here.
I mean, Benny Hill has just played some F1 noises, you know, just zooming away.
Yeah, and that's why I said S tier for that speed aura. Kept him alive. Also good ward in the enemy jungle by crit. Found the kill on the PA there. Without it, wouldn't have gotten the kill. Gets dewarded in the end, but he also got a deward for himself.
A bunch of dewards in that bottom jungle.
Nature's is about to finish up his Maelstrom just now, and we see a lot of neutral items coming in for all the players.
Falcons are building this lead. It's 3-1. It's been kind of slow on kills, but Falcons have come out on top in 2 of the 3 lanes for sure. Ember Spirit has done all right. But these 2 supports, Kotl and Maiden, look at how far ahead they are compared to their counterparts. At minute 10.
Yeah, that's true actually. The supports are getting a lot of gold, and it's impressive that they have been able to find the CS that they have, like in particular, without giving up too much map control in any way. They have been the ones making more ganks.
Look at Quinn now. Wrath of Nature bounces in. Shiro's dead, and Quinn scouting things out for his carry profit. Helps out, gets another kill. As easy as you like. Barely any commitment.
And meanwhile, bottom tower falling as well. Falcons just getting way more done right now. We have yet to see the Sand King sort of enter into the game. No big ulti usage for him yet. No ulti usage at all.
Now still playing at top.
Them getting ganked on top.
You're right. Kotl and Maiden. The duo coming into play with Quinn arriving, of course. Makes things move along pretty quickly. Now, Bach, what are we going to do? Burrow Strike into TP might not be happening. They've closed in on him. Frostbite well timed from snaking. And the Sand King is going to get slaughtered up in his top lane. Quinn with a double kill, making plays happen. Down at bottom, 2 kills. Up at top, 2 kills. 4 in a row.
Yeah, this is the value of playing the Recall Caudal as well. It feels like you're playing against a Travels Ember, but he has the Face Boot, so he is everywhere as though he had Travels, but he's also strong because of the Face Boot's rush into Mage Slayer, the common build. Gonna be great for countering out the Sand King in this game as well. Take away all his damage just by hitting him.
So when does the pressure point happen from Tidebound? It's felt like Falcons have gotten away with everything they've wanted so far.
I think right now they got the blink on DK, so you need to get some stuff done with the A ulti and Dragon Knight. And Sand King still needs gold, but maybe the trio of the 2 supports in the mid are gonna smoke and gank. Getting a pick off on Doom would be massive.
Yeah, find something for this PA to get a bit of space. Amar
he's showing himself greedy, boy.
Very greedy. He's got 2,000 health. Yeah, double bracer drums, but he is absolutely done for.
I mean, he took a gamble, you know. I gambled, you lost. Sometimes it's I gambled, I lost. Meanwhile, his team was farming up jungle at least to clear some ancient stacks. Things were getting done, and he's like, well, the gank was on me, guys.
Yeah, and where did that gank happen? Right in front of Radiant Tier 2. They don't get anything off the back of it.
Yeah, playing on the enemy side of the map is a big concept in Dota. That's scary to do because you have to really go in there, and it looks like, you know, you're greedy, you're feeding, whatever. But he's respawning now, and they didn't do any tower damage on the back of his death. And it's gonna be the Sanchasha build. This is what Amar has been doing a lot. Drums, face boots into Sanchasha. They're the ones to smoke and activate around the Doom ulti. Probably Dragon Knight
game
the best
knowledge
target.
and like the read you have to play enemy side of the map is just incredible. Like when people start farming, you know, behind enemy lines, that scares the shit out of me. Like, what are you doing over there?
Yeah, it's that becomes like a balance play between you and your teammates. Your teammates have to do something to make that either possible without you dying, or make it so if they do gank you, your team is getting something done, and it was worth it. So it's a team orchestrated move.
Oh, they've spotted the Dragon Knight here. Crit came in behind him from the right-hand side, the others from the northwest. And nothing to say. Dragon Knight, another name into Quinn's little book.
Importantly, didn't use the Doom as well. Just run in and slap him to death. So, big takedown and still have that big ulti ready.
And Nature's Prophet immediately, you know, arriving, joining the fight. They're grouped up as 5, pushing tier 1 tower. It has been very systematic from Falcons, and so far, you mentioned it 3-4 minutes ago, we're waiting for Bach to really get involved and do something. He's being run at now. He's going to try Epicenter Burrow Strike with an Ice Blast here, but that's going to whiff, and Quinn with crit. They're on to Bach with a TP from Prophet, and Maiden arriving. That was a 2v1 into a 4v1. Very unfair from Falcons there.
They have a mobility advantage that's important to highlight right now. And the Mage Slayer taking away the damage, so Caudle doesn't die. But Caudle doing a cute play. He started a recall and then TP'd himself, and then when he lands, immediately the Ember gets recalled to him as well.
But I think here is a real indication of, I guess, the worry I had in the draft, right? So far, Tidebound have been reacting to Falcons making moves over and over again. Whether it be Amar showing himself deep on the enemy side of the river, or Sand playing up top, trying to get a bit of farm, getting jumped on by 3-4 heroes. I want to see this, Blink Dagger stanking now. I want to smoke, I want to move, and I want it to pay off.
Yeah, they need to find way more pickoffs. They found the one earlier, but that was, you know, the one kill they got with the Dragon Knight gank onto the Doom. They need to get some more stuff.
Oh, Ice Blast going bottom rune. They've got a Blink stun onto the Ember, but a Force Staff out of Kotl. Crit survives it. The calling's down, but Y taking a lot of damage still from this Wrath of Nature, and the Ember jump onto the DK clears him out as well.
Oh,
well,
the damage. Illuminate max level came in and did a lot of damage to heroes there, turning the fight around in a good way. And this support's just dishing out tons. 700 damage done by CM.
Oh, I stole a stack of Ancients as well.
This is where Nature's Prophet gets scary. He can be everywhere all the time. Look at the turnaround on this. They feel strong, and then they try to run away, but beautiful Searing Chains into Blast, into CM, and heroes just disappear.
It doesn't feel like they don't have to commit their bodies for it either. It's just long range.
Yeah, one Searing Chain, and then you get poked down by random spells. And again, no big spells, right? They still have the Doom available. Falcons really not sweating a bit in these fights. 9k advantage, 8k advantage, building a lot.
Yeah, and then quite often it feels like these issues compound. When you've gone for double blinks, you didn't get the return on investment from those. You didn't get to play aggressively or get these kills. Now you have these blink daggers, and you're kind of like, well, if we go looking for fights now, we might just lose them anyway. Like Bach down bottom, he's just being walked at by Crystal Maiden. Kotl turns into an Ember Spirit, and now a Doom's coming. He's stuck in the mud, can't move. And again, Tidebound on the run back towards their base.
Just held in place for so long. And both the supports have shard already now. The CM along with the Kotl having their shards ready. CM got had to purchase it for herself, as Kotl was the one to get a bit lucky.
Well, Shiro has some protection coming. Shows himself in that bottom lane for a moment. It looks like the Doom might be stepping forward for it, but the rest of the Falcons up top taking Ancients again. And a little piggy squealing away. Amar has his Sanjan Yasha now, so even more difficult to even find, never mind kill.
I mean, this is just really clean from Falcons. They're choking them out on the map so hard. Looking for that pick off bottom, but flailing and missing. And meanwhile, they dance into Roche and say, okay, you're gonna go for a gank on our Doom. Doom dodges it, and they start roaching. CM drops the ulti. Let's go.
Yeah, just take it. Like at this point, it feels like an open qualifier game. To be perfectly honest, 12-2, 10k lead. Like Falcons, I don't know. Body temperature hasn't raised. Heart rate is staying the same. Not a drop of sweat coming down. It's just absolute peace and calm.
Feels like a very chill game indeed. Just
An
do
ice
what
blast?
they want.
It won't steal. It won't snipe. So Skitter gets the Aegis.
That Nature's Prophet is becoming a monster already, almost as Hurricane Pike.
And Sankey might be dead again. Yeah, caught up in the frostbite chains, trying to get off his ulti inside the sandstorm, but he's dead again. Got 6-0 on the Ember, 4-0 on the Nature's Prophet.
He did the biggest value play of just dying so that Mage Slayer doesn't stay on him, Gareth. By doing that, damage increased on his ulti.
Woo!
Searing
Oh,
chain.
see the chains?
Looking for it.
The Sprout. He cuts his way out with the Quelling Blade, but plenty of maneuverability here to catch up to yet another kill. 20 minutes in. I don't know, man. Tidebound, you need his PA to have another 10, 15 minutes? 20 minutes?
The thing is, they're firing on all cylinders right now on Falcons. They really are just contributing so much. The Coddle has been instrumental to a lot of these moves. Looking for a CM. Ulti barely misses.
Yeah, and snaking, surprisingly tanky. Now with his teammates arriving, Planet hides away, with Sand King trying to tuck away in that sandstorm. Not going to work out though, and the Ancient Apparition also sliced by Quinn and Crit.
I mean, they're not even getting to breathe in this game. This is such a rough story. They're just trying to finish items. They're working on a 4-staff for the Murta, but it's too far away. Dragon Knight needs 1,000 gold for BKB, and somehow that feels like a journey to try and farm that.
This replay feels rude.
The 4-staff. Keep them alive.
BKB
Supports,
PA?
you know? Yeah, that's one timing they have. They have the BKB PA, but also is a thing where if you go second eye on BKB on PA, it tells you a story that that's a game where you feel stressed. It's not an easy time. You couldn't go Yasha, couldn't go Death or anything like that. You had to go straight into safety. And
That's
it's not even full safety.
No, it's a give me the nuclear codes kind of deal, right? It's like this game is ending in 5 minutes if I don't buy BKB.
Yeah. Yeah, he feels he needs to be ready.
Especially against, Aegis or Skitter. Maybe avoid that for the next 2 minutes. Give Falcons what they want. Try and find
Oh my god, the
a
reload.
little wiggle room.
Suddenly everyone is bottom.
Yeah. Like termites out of the walls. You hear some scurrying? You hear some scurrying in your apartment walls? It's not rats, it's the Falcons coming out.
It's Coddle breaking down, smashing down the wall like the Kool-Aid man.
Yeah. Goodness gracious me.
And with the
sit behind your
safety
tower and
remnants,
hide.
BKB on Ember, they could go in pretty aggressively on the tower.
At the very least, Tidebound have got to make a jump, right? You can't go out of this game without having executed your team fight once. We need, Epi into Blink, Blink into Stun from DK. So far, it's all been piecemeal, one by one. Now, this is the first time we've seen Tidebound all grouped up as 5.
By the way, there's a Coddle project right now. He's making as many treants as he can together with Nature's Prophet. He's just spamming it on Nature's Prophet off cooldown. Get all those treants out. He had 3 sieging the mid tower for a while there.
Oh, bottom. Snaking. Ice Blast is off the mark. Dagger clipped him, but they're so
He
afraid.
doesn't even want to jump him.
He's all alone.
Yeah,
Or is he?
He knows he can't even do anything. CM could just frost him and ulti.
And there's also no such thing as all alone in this game.
No, never. Yeah, what if you jump CM and then Coddle TP's on? Oh, what? Pulled her out to safety?
Yeah, they're gone. They're all the way up top. All of them. Well, that was an opportunity, but Cottle says no. And it's starting to feel like we're going to see a lot of Cottle this tournament now, huh?
You know, the recall is supposed to cancel if you take damage. Sanking jumped in, stunned the CM. She was in the air, but she didn't land yet. So she didn't take damage yet.
Oh.
That's how close that was.
Okay.
because it does damage on landing. Oh, that's rough, man. So the recall pulled him out.
Oh, very well done by Falcons. Not give away the third death of the game. And Quinn in the mid lane setting up on the PA here. And at the very least, he's going to force the BKB, especially with a Sprout out of Skitter. Shiro's holding it. Jumps to nothing to say. Now has to BKB TP, and they're probably going to leave the Dragon Knight to die. He's going to BKB of his own. TP on cooldown for 10 seconds, though. The PA's out. Oh, but she's doomed and dying? Nothing to say.
She's dead, dude. I think she's dead. She's ticking. That's going to tick on the second to last tick kills him. Oh my god, that feels awful. You used your BKB, you tried to TP in, and you still die.
You baited your Dragon Knight to come and help you.
Yeah, that too. He also falls for it. He didn't have TP ready, so he couldn't BKB TP early enough. And then he popped BKB anyway, died as well. You know, wasted both your 9-second BKBs. It's not a good feel, Gareth.
No, this is just an absolute clinic. Falcons outclassing.
Are we sure this is a tournament game, or is this like, you know, some Battle Cup smurfing going on? It looks so one-sided.
It's hard to watch. I don't know, maybe they're going for that record of fastest game. Trying to beat the OG 40 seconds.
Oh, they're going for a different one, Gareth. They're going for the most painful game. Just the most suffering you could have. 2-20 right now.
Yeah, we're a couple of kills away from some meme numbers, you know. That's what we can look forward to now. The Dragon Knight is going to get sliced in his bottom lane. Steps out of the base, and it is not safe for you.
2 more kills could make it happen, Gareth. The solo play.
Who kills who, though? PA kills Maiden?
Yeah, I don't know if anyone kills anyone from the Radiant. Currently, it was only the Maiden and the Doom who died a single time this game. And by the way, the CM has been involved in 17 out of all the kills happening. It's insane. Snaking has really been active.
Can I just drop it at BKB? Yes,
I don't think so. No.
Coming.
Or
it's coming.
Is it?
It's on courier. The whole thing's on courier.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say the only thing I can see here is that like all in 5-man blink stun annihilate Prophet. That's a big. Even if you all 5 die, I think it's worth it just to kill Skinner. But now he has BKB.
Yeah, that makes it very tricky. He also has level 18, so this next ulti is gonna hurt a lot. We're up to 180 base damage on that thing.
The Gale Guard on Amar. Increasing his tank.
He also has the cloak aura still, holding on to the defensive aura. He had this for a long time now. Prioritizing magic resistance.
Yeah.
Pipe along with that. Sitting at 67% magic resistance.
Oh, that's
gross.
And the Crimson Guard is nearly done as well. Just stacking auras to finish this game off. Who are the feeders on Falcons? Amar's died once.
CM and Doom. PA was spotted. They're gonna break her blur.
Oh my god. The BKB TP again?
No, don't let the Doom get you.
Hey, oh my god.
Far away this one.
2 BKB TPs. And you're gonna lose your Muerta. Yeah, Quinn and Skid are right on top of her. Well, the BKB has saved the PA from certain death once.
Yeah.
Is that worth 4 grand?
I mean, this is not really what you want to do with your BKB. You want to find some kills, take a big fight. They haven't been able to have a single fight on their own terms. They're just always outnumbered or outfarmed at this stage.
Yeah, like, what's the reason for that? Like, they just don't think that at this net worth deficit they can go and 5-man smoke. They can't give up map space, or like, why haven't we seen Tidebound go and try?
I do want to say a lot goes back to the laning stage. AA in the off lane, a little bit, stuck on an island. PA not finding kills in laning stage the way she wants to, and then without finding good laning stage for themselves. The only one who had a good start was Nothing to Say, but he was effectively shut down by the rotations from Falcons. They just addressed him really well in the early mid game. They saw his TP out.
Yeah. Skitter was nearly there.
1 kill, Tidebound. You can do it.
Can they?
They can. It's just a matter of, you know, who.
They may, but can
I look at
can
the supports and actually I am changing my mind. I don't know if they can.
Oh, look
The
at
support
Falcons.
items.
They're
Look
coming
at
for
Caudal
you.
and look at CM. Look at the items they have and the HP they have. It's like, those are not supports anymore.
No, they are large.
I mean,
Sand
Caudal
King
is
is
already
behind
out
it.
farming the Sand King.
Yeah. He's going to be ahead of the Dragon Knight in a moment, you know?
CM is about to be ahead of the Sand King.
Oh my god, the shark. Oh, does Crit know someone's up there?
Oh. Fuck. He was spotted, scanned out.
Yeah, no escaping. Stuck in the trees.
I actually really like the build that
WCYD.
Skeeter is doing as well in this game. He's saying, okay, this game is super easy. I'm just going to keep building some safety items. Got the BKB already, Hurricane Pike. Going for a Lincoln Sphere next item. He does not leave them any chance to kill him.
No, it's like the only way they're making money is by killing heroes, and they're not doing that.
Yeah. Oh, this is a brutal one to watch. Dragon Knight trying to farm a Sanjiasha. PA has already queued up the nuclear codes. They're next.
Yeah, it's got to be.
The Rapier.
Got to.
In the quick buy. And this is honestly already feels like the only play they have. They get to the Rapier and then get a surprise fight on back of that. But that's still 5k gold away. The gank is coming bottom. The supports are trying to tank the gank.
Yeah. Wine Planet in some serious trouble. I drop the calling. Forced down with a distance, but Quinn quickly on Muerta's tail. And the ancient apparition found by Skitter a little further south. And Quinn godlike, Skitter wicked sick. We start thinking about Roshan, other objectives. So it feels like Falcons, you know, notorious for not finishing games quickly. They want to make sure everything's secure.
I think this is pretty secure though. Both supports dead for a while and they have the treants coming up. Been spamming the chakra. It's about to have even a further treant. Look at the building damage. The glyph kills off one tree.
That's just ridiculous. The
And
catapult.
he's gonna have another one soon.
Ah, look at him go.
Oh my god.
Cottle Furion. Oh boy. This is an illegal combo. 4 freaking invincible treants here. Nothing to say.
Yeah. Yeah, there's this thing about recall as well, by the way, on Caudal, that when he recalls, he gives Chakra magic. So, it's a bit weird, but because of that, he can really pump up stuff. Oh, can he get a kill?
Oh. Oh,
Get him!
Oh, no, Amar's
Get
like,
him!
I'm turning around and
Get him!
fighting you. They're trying to kill him. Amar like half health, but in comes the rest of the Falcons. Now Bark in trouble, has to burst strike back towards safety. Amar is perfectly fine. Nothing to say. BKB chased by Quinn, tries to Dragon Tail and run. Meanwhile, Bark is dead up north. Nothing to say down south. Still being chased out by this Ember with other slight chains. And ever so slowly, they'll bring down these tanky Tidebound heroes. Little by little, whittle them down. And then bum rush into the base and force the GG.
I mean,
That's a long
honestly,
time
I don't
coming.
know how you kill Doom ever. He has 68% magic resistance when he uses Devour, and the physical damage resistance with the Crimson Guard. This is an absurdly tanky build. Normally we see Amar go in and be more DPS oriented, but this just looked unkillable once he got it online.
Yeah, 2 to 27, 32-minute game. Probably could have been 16 or 17. You know, Tidebound just trying to play that one out and see what timings they could hit. But Falcons riding a high off the end of that draft. Nature's Prophet, Doom, Ember, Cottle. This Cottle guy seems pretty good. We'll see how things change though. Game 2 coming up shortly. We'll take a quick break and come back with it. 2, Falcons 1 up, and already one of the top 2 spots taken by the Falcons in this group stage for ESL One Raleigh. And both teams smoked up, heading out across the map and seeing where they can go.
Let's see the facets, of course, in this game. Can be the Afterburner Gyrocopter, not the Bloodsport Mars. So Vision is not going to be removed. Instead, he has the Victory Feast, gaining extra health and mana when people die, both for him and his allies.
Hello. Smoked break. Planet walks in towards Amar, who's trying to cut through the trees and hide himself, but he's been found.
He's in no man's land.
Rocket Barrage, Plasma Field, God's Rebuke, dead Amar. First blood for nothing to say.
Very nice. Get a good start for themselves. So it feels good after a previous game. Also got the Funhouse mirror onto the Ringmaster.
Skitter just tipping Quinn. Not sure why. Maybe he called the move. He's like, they're over there. They're gonna wrap around and come and try and first blood me.
They had an
Amar's
over/under on Amar feeding first blood right there.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely possible. And then back to business. Back to serious. Get ourselves into the bounty runes. Shiro down bottom. Looks like Crit not going to contest. We do get Snaking grabbing one of the others, and 2 for 2 across the field there.
Quite a few
Skinner
pokes
took a lot of damage,
Skeeter, though. Yeah, he even backpacks just to get more HP regen under a tier 2 tower here. He's backpacking items, desperately trying to get whatever HP he can. He is gonna TP to the lane.
Better than going base, right?
Yeah. But body blocks came in for Dire, trying to make it so the creep wave goes on the tower. Whew! Impalement arch dodge. Skeeter will be fine.
Straight past him. Straight past him. So Tiny and Tinker snaking already with little robots. Gonna come out here. The zone control. Bark Planet gonna step away.
The Tinker March so good at zoning people away, and he's gonna get the D-ward, snaking quickly, unblocking his small camp, but the Funhouse mirror coming to block it. He wasn't ready for that, and this illusion hurts quite a bit. He's ignoring it for now, but actually gets quite a few auto attacks in on him.
Look at the legs. Legs are so long. Tall fella.
Yeah, Tall Fella is actually the hardest one to identify as illusion in the mid game. You see a random Ringmaster, it's like, oh god damn it, he had long legs, didn't he?
Snaking, taking some daggers. We'll take a peek down his bottom lane though, as Shiro 3-0, Doom 5-1, having a good start there. Amar, even after that first blood death. And Snap and Doom, a pretty fearsome lane combo.
Yep, a lot of damage, in particular in the early game. Both heroes have all damage outputs. Gyrocopter trying to fight back and uses Flak Cannon to do some damage back onto them. Doom just calmly gonna last it in front of him though.
Not a care in the world right now. An interesting trade setup between ET and Snapfire. Astral Spirit versus Little Shredder, they both kind of shred through each other when they're standing toe to toe.
Yeah, so far, not getting the most damage out of the ET in lane.
I've been watching top Planet. So Planet missed that first dagger, and he's missed 2 more as well. He's having some struggles there hitting Snaking. I don't know if the Snaking Tinker is just too quick on his feet and dancing around, or what's going on.
You need to get the feel for it, you know. You gotta get in the zone with those daggers. Did get juked by Skeeter as well earlier, but he landed one on Tinker now.
A bit of damage onto Amar. Y and Shiro step up, take him to about half. That does mean, though, of course, naturally Gyro always pushing that wave in, which gives the Doom a nice safe spot to farm in. And it looks like top lane as well, Falcons have managed to put their wave right in front of their tier 1 tower there. So both side lanes in very good spots.
Yeah, looks like Tiny is getting really nice farm. Skeeter at 18-5 already on the back of the Marcher machines. Haven't been able to contest him too much.
Amar getting dived a little bit down bottom. That's a rough one for Y, though, as he gets closed in on by Crit, loses a lot of his HP. And Shiro being pinged by the Doom. Like, can we go for this?
What you doing over there, Shiro? You gotta run around now. Next creep wave coming in. Nowhere to be found.
Oh. And what's going on mid? Is that even Steven so far?
Yeah, pretty much. Razor is getting a little bit of the upper hand so far, but also this lane becomes better and better for Kunkka with levels to Tinker.
Oh, yeah, very far from snaking. That's not going to be enough to save you, is it? Bach gets the kill.
For once, this hero dies in lane. I feel like it almost never happens. Tinker's so goddamn tanky, but they bring him down. Back up some good kill potential, of course, these two.
Skitter going for some good damage on Bark around that creep wave approaching.
But yeah, on
I
mid
think
lane,
just-
the Kunkka is about to get level 5 now. Once he gets that Tidebringer up in high levels, I think his harassment onto Razor can become pretty annoying.
Yeah, then as we get to level 6, having these supports rotate into mid. And Snapfire could help out big time to kill off that Razor.
Last game we saw everyone showing up at the 30-second mark. We'll see if the same thing is going to happen. 40 seconds to go if they want to go for that early rotation towards mid for the power rune. Tinker for now just stacking up jungle for himself. His Tiny's completely fine in lane.
Snapfire doing the same thing over there. Looks like
Both these teams just prioritizing stacking. Both Ancients have already been prepped.
just build things up. We've got a ton of heroes that can clear through them quickly. And so far, you know, Amar not really under threat. He's been a very happy farmer under his tier 1 tower. And the only real person struggling has been this Mars so far. You know, behind a little bit in last hits. Did get that kill, which helped out for sure. But it's been an uphill battle trying to lane against this tiny Tinker.
Yeah. Mid lane is a win, by the way, for the Razor, so as expected, he does have an advantage, and nothing to say has played the lane quite well, dodging any torrents and Tidebringers really well. Now with a massive creep wave.
Kunkka spotted the rotation in from Planet, though. A little Shredder. A Scatter Blast will give Quinn the kill. And his tower is taking some damage.
Both his supports coming in here as well. Making sure that this tower doesn't get sieged for too long.
Nothing to say he's going for this. Yeah. That torrent, though, connects onto him, and the Razor drops low out with that little shredder damage of Crip. Sneaking in from the left-hand side as Y pumps the damage onto the Kunkka to finish him off. Now Planet's arrival helping out the ET and Razor, standing his ground alongside Crit. They lose the Elder Titan, but nothing to say with Planet here cleaning up the mess, getting a double kill on this Razor.
What a nice arrival by the strongman Tonic, Ringmaster coming in, making sure to buff up his Razor, allowing him to keep fighting, and massive win for them. The Catapult's still alive as well, so the tier 1 tower mid is gonna fall. Opening up the map in a beautiful way. Now the Razor can start eyeing up the other lanes. Not the best start for Ringmaster, but you know, he comes in at the very last moment. He died before the fight started, but came in and finished it as well.
Oh, it's a circle of life. Goes round and round.
Ooh, spear attempt top lane. Gonna miss. This Tiny, do you have the visual bug on Tiny right now as well? What is going on?
Monkey King bug?
Yeah, this one I like better because he's flailing and cut his back.
Looks like the sword is his spine, or it was anyway.
Through his head.
He doesn't finish off Planet, and look at Shiro though.
Oh, body blocks.
Skitter, animation be damned, the cooldown is coming on your head, and this Gyrocopter. Great move there to finish off the Tiny. I mean, without all these global heroes, Falcons kind of struggling to find a bit of rhythm here. It's Tidebound setting the tempo.
Falcons invested a lot into stacks and jungle right now, so they're trying to clear that up, but this gives more tempo over to the side of team Tidebound. Now pushing, of course, looking to get tower damage. TT being run at bottom. They can cookie the Doom onto him. Actually, Kunkka is around the corner. Just gotta kill him with that. Easy bring back
him across. ET down. Meanwhile, top tower being brought down pretty quickly by the 3 cores. And they give up the ET on the enemy side of the map. It's no man's land. They don't care too much about that.
And as is usual, you see supports going mid and leeching experience. They both like, give us level 6. That's all we want. That's what you want when your mid can go and clear some of the jungle stacks you made, or in Radiant's case, take the tower up top. Razor taking a lot of damage trying to clear the ancient stack, but he has a regen rune.
So he's the one to get the stack to keep that tempo going, huh? Not the gyro.
Yeah, seems like it. So he's going first item BKB. This is a classic Razor build. Mid lane to found Ringmaster. Does
The
not
Kunkka and
have
Tinker.
much of a counterplay. Actually gets X-Mark pulled out of his escape act, so not escaping that one, buddy.
Falling down Niagara Falls. Trapped in a barrel.
Yeah.
Did Houdini fake his own death? We'll never know. Might have been his last disappearing act. Just gone. Poof.
Just like that.
Yeah. Ended up living in Ecuador or something, you know?
Wherever the tide took him.
I don't know what river that is. Where's Niagara Falls? It's like between Canada and America, right?
Nice. Yeah, I don't know where he would end up, man. Too many networks.
I was going to say one of the
similar
Great
to
Lakes.
Dota, you can end up a lot of places in Dota as well with all the new waterworks we have.
Do we have proper water sources in Dota? We've got like inlets and outlets, right? The water goes from somewhere to
We have
somewhere.
sewage pipes, dude, is what we have. It's literally the Radiant and Dire base just spilling out their sewage.
Lovely.
Yeah. It's not the
We need
best
some-
water, but you know,
Yeah, we need
fill your
to
bottle.
bring the Romans in here for some aqueducts, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Just massive sewer systems. Mm. Delicious.
Onto the ancient area. Coming up here. No BKB yet on the Racer, but still want this big fight.
And they've got a stomp on Kunkka. That's an easy dagger set up for Planet this time. But Quinn's got the boat. A bit of protection for himself, and it looks like they don't want to Scarper after him. Instead, just going for this tier 1 bottom lane.
Defend. No, Kunkka ulti means tier 1 tower might just fall. And this is what Mars is farming, so you don't really want to give it up for free. Mar?
He's walked in here to devour a creep, gets cookied out, but the static link is still going. Amar and Crit both dead. Quinn has come in here, Blade Mail popped, but suffering. They'll lose 3. Snaking's gone. Skitter and Quinn in trouble still. Shiro stands there with Planet and Bach
Tinker
arriving. The arena there, and 5 men about to die. A team wipe as Tinker buys back, realizes that he can't come in. Annihilation from Team Tidebound and a complete rotation from game 1 to game 2.
Yeah, it's just swung around. They don't have the caudal tempo this time, but I don't know what happened with the communication. I thought they would give that up after Kunkka ulti was on cooldown, and then you see Amar just walk in for a devour. I believe he devoured the siege creep right at start, and then tried to run away. He couldn't get his ulti out on Razor as well, and because of that, this fight is just completely impossible. They 1 by 1 into this, buybacks as well, losing tower and kill nothing.
They're a complete disaster. That's well executed by Team Tidebound, you know, kind of poking at that Kunkka, moving up into Ancient, swinging down to bottom lane. But yeah, I think you're right, complete breakdown in synchronization there for Team Falcons.
Yeah, they're trying to poke out the BKB possibly on Razor mid, but he backs far enough away. It's dangerous to chase him for the Kunkka. Fantastic start for Tidebound. Do they have the blink now? No, not quite yet. 400 gold and the Mars will have his. So basically this creep wave. On the big creep wave top.
Yeah, but against Falcons, it's like keeping the tempo up, right? You've got to keep this pace going. Don't allow them to have that space and that room to farm into the next items. So I like where this ET Razor is sitting in that top jungle. They're cutting away like a third of the map from the Tiny.
Yeah. Amar's adapting to the game now. He's saying, okay, this game is not smooth sailing, so he's gonna go Blade Mail as well. We have Blade Mail and Kunkka already. Double Blade Mail can be a real problem for Razor, who can't control his damage output of the Eye of the Storm, of course.
A gyro too, huh? Lots of spill damage.
Yeah, he did max the Rocket Barrage, so that could backfire on you. Oh, get X-Mark on low HP.
Oh, that's nasty for Shiro. Good catch from Falcons, though. They go deep and get the gyro. And Falcons are pretty damn good at turning that 1 kill into something more, but it looks like for now they're respecting the movement of Tidebound, who did start swarming down there.
We have Wisdom spawning very soon. Arrows being drawn. Mars wants to invade. Wants to go up on the triangle. Can Doom react in time? He's actually running away.
He's been speared. Pinned up against the tree with an ET spirit on him. Bach clears him out. And Razor going to go across and get the Wisdom Shrine.
Very nicely played by them. Oh, Mars commits
Another.
for the Doom.
Spear misses this time though. Arena and the Wheel of Wonder with Razor arriving. The damage looks good. Even with that spear whiffing, Amar still dead. It looked like he lifted his hands to try and cast Doom at the end, but...
Yeah, like last time, the same thing happened. Just tries to throw it. It wouldn't have resulted in any kill though, so maybe it was just him, you know, looking for a angry ulti towards the end, but nobody would have died. This time he doesn't have the level advantage and level 2 ulti and stuff. Just level 1 for now.
The Falcons have no time. I want to build up this tiny, need the shard, need Shadow Blade, whatever it might be. It looks like they're delaying their BKBs on Falcons though. Maybe an indication they want to try and take it late. Buy BKBs as like a third item.
Yeah, I think it kind of makes sense. Their item builds make quite good sense for what's going on in this game. Big thing to look for is when is Falcons gonna start going for objectives themselves and be able to go for something. Because right now, all tier 3 towers gone, and Wisdom's stolen, and now even getting a Tormentor.
Well, they found Shiro again though. Yeah, knowing Tormentor's dying, Quinn and Crit yet again using this opportunity very nicely. Barker, nothing to say though, have arrived. Quinn gonna go for the TP home, but he's caught out there. A stun, asleep, and the static link going to work. Gives nothing to say, yet another pick off.
The Gyrocopter is going for a standard build, but that does mean that he's pretty squishy for now. Crystallis, Falcon Blade into Aghanim Scepter. Does not offer any save against this Kunkka catching him.
And playing quite risky on the opposing side of the map to the rest of his team, trying to be a bit too greedy maybe.
Yeah, he's trying to push it. There's also really good vision by Falcons. For being this far behind, they've dropped really good wards finding these kills. So it's a lot down to that.
Snaking catching up, farming Ancients. Tinker already getting close to 5k net worth. ET, surprisingly enough, is already up there. Don't know where Y has found his farm, but
he
he's
got a
looking
shard.
Pretty good.
Yeah, the shard is making up for 1400 of it though.
That makes perfect sense.
Still pretty impressive. He only died twice, and he's got his 11 kill participation out of 14 kills. Y definitely has been involved in a lot of the action so far.
A little bit of
Big
calm
story is
though.
going to be this Razor. Can he get even more done as well once it gets the S and Y completed? He's not far away from it. For now, we see a jump onto the Kunkka.
Yeah, Bach
jumping.
sees him. The boat. Kind of preemptive there. Quinn protecting himself for now. Bach holding this arena till the last moment. And I'll chuck a few things into it. Cookie's not going to work out there. And with this ET stomp, Wheel of Wonder, spear back again. And he's got the takedown on the Kunkka. They might go more. Tiny up at top. Looks like Shiro backs away from it. But the Mars and the Ringmaster are kind of swinging in behind that tier 2.
Oh, they got him. TP cancelled.
Yeah.
Do they just leave him? Oh, they're TPing up. There was...
Bach needs help now. It's got a bit awkward. Like, if Shiro doesn't go, you can't go like that, right? There's a complete disjoint between the Gyro and the other two.
Yeah. I mean, Razor didn't make his way over as well. It was both Shiro and Nothing to Say were kind of hanging back, just farming, finishing items. And yeah, they were not quite as aggressive. Maybe getting ahead of themselves a little bit. Big moment for Falcons, though, holding the tower, getting a kill on the Mars, who previously hadn't died. It gives them perhaps a little bit of a chance to stand and hold their ground. 5k deficit right now. It's not terrible. Now they make a smoke move. The first sort of activity coming out from Falcons, I feel. Other than the random catches Kunkka found. This is the first big fight they're looking for.
BKB
And
Doom.
they're just gonna run into Planet.
Planet walks right into them, huh? X-Mark Torrent. ET Spirit is coming, but they dodged the stomp very nicely. Nothing to say. Pokes his head around the corner, gives him the plasma field, but the static link has been broken. Snaking, trying to get away with this Reman Arena. Nicely placed with the cooldown on top. Kisses are coming in, though, with Amar doing up the Gyro. Quinn still dropping so quickly, can't really turn and face them. Gyro dead, yes, but they're going to lose 3 for this. Amar He's fallen while Skitter, the shiny
got
golden
shield
razor,
rune.
not a hero that can continue going on. Yeah, especially with that shield rune. Time to retreat from the Falcons. They got Gyro again.
They did get Gyro. They've slowed down his game a lot, but he's still leading the way with farm right after the Racer, who's the big monster in this game. The Racer 8-0-7. I wasn't 100% sure how well it was going to work out, but nothing to say showing why he wanted this hero into that matchup. He said it was, you know, a good matchup and definitely making it work here.
Especially when you're playing Razor into the Razor team. Right?
That's true, actually, yeah. Maybe that's why he thought about it. He's like, oh yeah, Razor's a hero. Yeah. Looked at the logo of Falcons and got reminded.
Oh, they would pick Razor here. Why wouldn't I? Oh, it's been really good. Yeah, that lane in the mid lane. The matchup he's got against this Doom and this Tiny as well, real nice. And that arena from Bach, perfectly placed on the staircase going to high ground.
3-man torrent into Kisses, though, did turn around pretty nicely. Otherwise, they would have gone cleaned up, but they find themselves the gyro kill on the back of that. Always something. Kunkka is still farming away, needs quite a bit more gold. 900 more gold for a full Aghanim Scepter for him. Other timings, we have Shadowblade just completing on Tiny, so that will allow him to look for more aggressive plays. Perhaps be sneaky and get on the backline. But mostly it is Radiant who are getting the item completions right now. Blink and BKB on Mars.
Yeah, that's
Confidently
6k
leading
lead.
his team towards Amar.
Yeah, try and levy that lead into a kill on the Doom. Start out with a Blink Spear, back into the Razor. They don't connect into a tree, but I'm not sure it matters all that much. The damage from this Razor is substantial.
Oh, the scan out on Tinker does reveal him, but I think he gets the Wisdom in time. No blink on him, though. It's still just Racer.
Off he pops.
Oh, Ringmaster had cooldown Athos from the previous kill. Otherwise, they could have killed that.
Unlucky. Snaking straight back to pushing waves. And realizes they've overreacted, move top. He goes bottom.
What Tinker does, just fix lanes, go around. It's like you're the janitor. Clean up this map.
I don't know. I think that's a bit rude, Wagga.
Is it rude?
I don't think neutral. I don't think lane creeps are trash. They're not garbage, are they? I like to think of them as plants. You know, maybe Tinker's a gardener.
I see.
You know, he's pruning the overrun.
He's very
weeds.
aggressively pruning this creep wave. he maybe stop right there.
No, kill them all. These dandelions must die.
To shreds, you say.
To shreds.
Big move
Really
coming
nice.
in with the Kunkka Tiny grouping up, looking for Gyrocopter again. He doesn't have BKB yet. They see him running down.
Meanwhile,
They lose
Amar has died.
meanwhile, but
Toss forward, Quinn and Skitter get the catch with the kisses on the gyro, so Shiro, he's about to die, but the rest of Tidebound arriving in the nick of time. This is a perfect setup. They're going to go for this Quinn Kunkka first. Bach trying to chase forward. They don't have Arena. I was expecting the Arena to come out there, but they've already had used it, I guess, on the Doom.
yeah,
Now
the Doom
Shiro
kill.
dead again.
So Indian, pretty decent for Falcons. Yeah, you lost your Doom at first in the pickoff, but you only lost Tinker in the sort of compromised situation you were in there. Getting out of that in pretty decent shape, honestly. Still, Tidebound, of course, going to be very happy. They got the 2 kills. They stay on the center of the map and play for objectives, going top.
Yeah, I wonder what the comms are like on Tidebound. It feels like this game should be super easy for them.
Probably Chinese, Gareth.
Yes, that's probably true. I just, what's Shiro saying? What are they saying to Shiro? Stop getting caught out. Stay with us.
I think, yeah, maybe they're trying to tell him, like, yo, you can relax a little bit. Like, we're really owning. You need to farm normally. Don't be super aggressive. He did play pretty safe, though. He was trying to run to his team. He got picked off on the way to his team. And again, he's going to get spotted here. Skeeter might go for the support instead, though.
Yeah, hello, Y. And probably goodbye as well. Quickly taken down.
Finding these openings with the Shadow Blade. And now having the item timings. Falcons are working their way back into the game.
And playing on the enemy side of the river as well. Pressing forward, making Tidebound kind of work for this. But a key moment now. Pivotal BKB timing for the gyro.
Definitely. Now he has a panic reaction button to getting jumped. It's going to be very good for him. And I think he might want to just group up and go 5-man more with his team now. Not keep farming as much.
Nothing to say. Ooh. Let's see if
Got
Quinn
this
sticks
room,
around.
so- I like the build on Razor, by the way, going for the Satanic. Even into Doom, I still think it's fantastic to have it, because that's what we were talking about. Multiple heroes that need to get doomed, so that Gyro isn't the only target.
And Atos into Willow on the top. Easy pickings on snaking. It was out on the map.
Is he fine?
Easy pickings on snaking. Thank you very much.
That was pretty close, actually, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't far
Nearly
from
got out.
TPing home. Now, Shiro, your goal is to not die in this mid lane. Oh my god, he's chasing crit. He's running across the river.
He's gonna farm up the missile. Thanks to his little shredder. Quick kill. And right now, Amar has found the Vinland, as we call it, farming the enemy side of the map. The safest spot some games.
Yeah, nowhere else for him to be. It's like he's had a similar game to Shiro, just non-stop being picked off and found.
Skeeter saw the Ringmaster. He's running after him. He's actually glimmering to safety as well.
He head into the Roche pit. Shiro's had enough of dying. Wants that second life.
Pretty fast
Right
Roche with the drums
now.
and the Solar. Don't have the best Roche heroes, but the items are pretty good for it.
Amar has pinged this. They know it's happening. They scan the high ground near Roshan.
Snap
Doesn't
ulti for vision. Doom,
Yeah.
looking for a target.
I mean, he's going to walk straight into this gyrocopter. BKB used. Doom is out. Amar walks in, but Bash comes across as Roshan's very nearly dead, and this time it's Amar to die with Gyro staying alive. Now with another spear and plasma field, Skitter has been isolated a bit. Bach and nothing to say when the BKB's up. Roshan about to fall. Aegis about to be on the floor. It drops and Bach, he picks it up. Skitter will die for this now, and they're going to catch on the Tinker with a Rod of Atos, spear back into the tree. Team Tidebound pick up a triple kill. For nothing to save Razor.
That was a costly attempt to turn it around, and yeah, Arena not even used in that fight. Still had a cooldown, I think, at the start of the fight, but good save onto a Gyrocopter, keeping him alive. Ringmaster making sure to put him in a box. Don't let the Doom run him down and just auto-attack him. Risky fight for Falcons, though. They're the type of team who will do this. They will attempt, because if they won that fight, that would have been absolutely massive. They would be back in the game. Now, they're still behind. A little bit more behind than before, but, you know, not too much changes when you lose the fights compared to if you don't take it at all.
Well, that difference between game 1 and game 2 is astounding to me. Still.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, Falcons were just absolutely destroying them, but that's nature's profit, man. Jot it down to that. That's all.
That's it. Draft issue.
And call
Now
it,
crit.
honestly.
Oh, he's done for. Tries to cookie and weasel his way out of danger, but that's not happening.
There's gonna be an absurd power spike timing soon for nothing to say when he has Butterfly plus Satanic, where you need to do something about this Racer. He will melt people. And when I say do something, you pretty much have to full combo him with Doom and Kunkka or something. And that's when Gyrocopter says, okay, finally, I can play Dota.
Yeah. That's what we talked about in the draft, right? These multiple heroes that like you need to doom them. You've picked Doom to doom Gyro, but now you've got to doom Razor because Razor's the one who's had a good game and you've shut down the Gyro.
Yeah. Oh, gonna go on Razor maybe.
Skitter's looking
It's
at
a
him.
tough target. They're trying.
Yeah, Avalanche toss. What's that? Half HP, pops the BKB, turns around, starts whacking into Skitter, but Falcons have brought numbers here. There's no buck, there's no backup for this Razor either, so he's dead. A godlike streak taken out just like that. And
Yeah,
Quinn's
I guess
chasing for more.
They saw the Mars across the map and realized that they could take that fight. That was the only reason. I didn't realize that they had spotted him somewhere. Such confidence to take the fight. Tinker up top. Doesn't get caught by the spear, but the Hex is there.
Oh, the pause Hex, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Gets a
Puts
ward
a
down as he dies.
panic ward. And he has named Sentry Ward, of course. Snaking.
Yeah. Oh, classy. Yeah, I guess also a problem, you know, the scrappy Roche fight, Aegis on your Mars doesn't feel particularly good either, huh?
It's not great, no. He doesn't really need it. It would have been better in the hands of Gyrocopter or Razor even. But Razor dying there, the first kill on Razor, absolutely enormous. 1900 gold for bringing him down. And the Doom, of course, does counter out his satanic survivability.
What was that, 1,000 for Quinn? Jeez. Yeah,
Straight into his bank. So he's going
the
for
way
a
to-
refresher next item already. Has the shard, has the Aghanim's BKB. It's going to be Spellcaster focus, get the refresher, then maybe Gleipnir coming in later as well for extra AoE on everything. That does put a lot of the responsibility for physical damage to come out from this Tiny.
Yeah, quite often we've seen these Kunkers go for a Radiance or something in the meantime as, I guess, like a farming damage item in team fights. Was that just too slow for this kind of game for Quinn?
I mean, it's too slow because that's more of a carry style. It's hard to get away with that when you're mid. You have responsibilities of tempo to be the fighting hero. Snapfire tanking through a lot of this, honestly. Sable's being used. And, oh no. Oh no, that was not the ulti. Planet whiffing a bit with the Wheel of Wonder even. They actually used everything. They hexed him, they speared him, they whipped him, and Atossed him. And then they realized, oh, we used up every single disable and he didn't die somehow.
How tanky is she?
She has Brawny, Gale Guard, and she has Solar plus a Plate Mail. You'd be surprised.
Right. And a fluffy hat.
And a fluffy hat. Yeah.
Don't forget that.
Crit is just built different, man. He tanks through all that.
Incredible. Incredible resilience.
It didn't even occur to them that he would live through everything. They just clicked their buttons like, surely he dies. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You'd expect it. Well, Tidebound are going to come back and make their mark on this bottom lane again. This time, all 5 together, no mucking around. And what is this going to be? A tier 2 take into hold the ancient high ground and push 2 waves? Like, we're not thinking about going straight
force
tier
them
3s,
home
right?
at least. Maybe knock on the door a bit, but I guess there's Tinker. Maybe they don't even want to try. They just got back out. Doom has finished up the semi-counter as well. He's got the Shivas now, so he can counter some of the healing even when he doesn't Doom someone. Just needs to be in the area.
The longer this game goes, the happier Falcons feel, right?
Overall, yes. I mean, Doom has insane scaling, and Tiny is very strong late game, but you're still against a Gyro Racer double carry setup.
It might not be against the Gyro shortly. Shiro gets off his BKB quickly, though, able to turn with a back. Arena skitter down to half. Shiro runs back, still respecting Quinn and Crit, who are playing the sidelines of this fight. Maybe from the back, launching out the machines, while Bach and nothing to say. They get back onto the Tiny. I slay the beast. Pause one down. Quinn got a BKB TP. The glimmer, the dust, the save, the little bit of damage. The kisses are coming. No, that's not enough. Crit taken out. Almost sniped out Shiro's Gyro, but my god, the saves.
That was absurd, man. And we have Doom Amar thinking about it. He wants to carry. He's running for him, but he's getting away. He got him.
Get over here. He's gonna kill the Gyro with a Doom. We'll die for it, though. 1.2k for Amar, though. Holy moly.
That's what we call worth right there. Goes in, gets the kill. It does slow down the push a little bit, and of course stops any form of instant barracks attempt. Charlie dead for 60. They were dead for a while on Doom, though. I think they might go high ground with the Razor. No, they're gonna go defend instead. They won't run. I would not mind seeing Razor add up the shard as well, just to get the pull.
And that was
right,
Tiny's
they changed the
first
shard.
real...
It doesn't pull Razor anymore. It just slows the target now. Right. This is a bit worse now.
Okay. That was Tiny's first like appearance in the game. It feels like 33 minutes, and Skinner's like, let's show up. Then get kind of comboed, stuck in the mud.
Yeah, I mean, he's looked for pickoffs at least, but first big team fight that he's been part of, and he's just struggling to do enough damage to these heroes. I mean, he's less farmed than a Mars. Mars actually has a lot of item progression. Bach is getting towards that refresher on Mars. We've seen what Mars can do when you get to double ulti, double hex. I actually think that Radiant scale extremely well into late game with the two carries and then all the control coming out from Mars.
Hmm. We'll just wait until the Snapfire starts building damage items, Waga.
That plate mill, it's going to be an assault cuirass soon.
Oh, she didn't go for the little shredder 15 talent.
She did not. No,
Missing out.
Yeah, he went for a shard and the fire snap cookies.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine
And Daedalus
a support actually supporting.
Not scaling? I guess it's much harder now with, I guess, Gleipnir being not as good on these hoodwink Snapfire kind of heroes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. A bit nerfed. Good on some other heroes, though. Medusa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Medusa. Wisdom. Gonna get double claimed by Radiant. Big experience going your way.
And again, stepping up in this bottom lane. Skitter was down here not long ago, farming in that bottom right corner, but TP'd out to rejoin his team up top. And look at this. So Tidebound come down here, they get double Wisdom Shrine, push the lane, then TP mid.
This is a surprise uppercut coming, you know. They all left bottom very quickly, smoked up from mid, and now looking to maybe catch someone before they realize. Snaking is gonna go right into this. Hex.
Oh, hello there. Scythe of Ice. And the catch on this Tinker, who just bought a Scythe of his own. Snaking down for 80 seconds because he bought out. And Roshan's alive.
Dead. Roche alive. Again, this awkward spot for Falcons where they don't want to give away a free Roche. Actually, Tidebound know that, so they actually went in and looked for them quite a bit. Only after securing the area, finally they will start the Roche. And this looks so good for the Gyrocopter who has MKB and Brooch already. His DPS is great. Just needs survivability.
Yeah, having a second life. Big time survivability. They're also got a catch on the mid lane. They're going on a Snapfire of Crit. Planet starting things off, sleeping him up with the Stomp. Crit breaking free, has nothing to say, misses out on the Plasma Field. And Doom with this Yasha Kaya speeding across to get the Doom down on the Razor. Nothing to say, BKB and running away. Glimmer Cape, a bit of protection for him as Bach comes in with a God's Rebuke. Arena now used, but nothing to say is dead. Shiro's arrival, the big Gyro now coming onto the scene. Clears through the Doom, and Quinn in trouble too. Kunkka going out with a BKB TP. The stuns are not going to be able to stop that. And Falcons, they're forced to buy back on this Razor, but it looks like Tidebound had a plan to continue going anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you say forced, but now they have cooldowns on everything on the side of Falcons, so Tidebound, they want to be the ones to just storm up the high ground, knowing that Doom is on cooldown, Kunkka is not ready to fight now, and Snapfire doesn't have ulti, so this is a great time for them to go. I think this is an investment by nothing to say to just say, we go and crack some barracks right now.
Yeah, go straight for it. What's the Tiny going to do? I don't think he can show his face.
What is the Tiny gonna do? He doesn't have Blink, he has the Silver Edge though.
Banner down from Tidebound. Glyph up for Falcons, but equally, Glyph in the range creep there.
Maybe some
new wave arriving.
Shard play, pull people back, Tiny kills them. Maybe there's some form of defense they can mount. Nexus being traded.
Yeah. Nice little torrent into the tidal wave. Shiro. 3.5 minutes on Aegis. Just stand there and hit the barracks down. 5 seconds for Doom.
He is dropping a bit to this constant nuking. Doesn't have a Satanic on GR. Oh, the catch.
Goes back. That's
two heroes.
Two-man arena with a two-man spear. Quinn and Snaking both dead. One with buyback. The Kunkka can respawn, but now the chase is on. Skitter in trouble. Forced back to Fountain. The Razor solo zones him and almost solo kills him. Nothing to say, though. Did buy back earlier, so could be in danger if he gets caught out. Quinn going for the play. The little box there saving the Razor, but he's down.
He's dead with no buyback.
Crit will fall, but Shiro, BKB TP out from him. Tidebound, save the Gyro. Get him to safety, but Bach has now been left alone. Things get scrappy and messy very quickly here for Tidebound.
Yeah, he dies, loses a gem as well. And that was their gem. There are 2 gems in the game, so that was them taking over the gem from the enemy. Actually, no, they traded gems. It's Crit's gem is over on the Elder Titan. So both teams still have 1 gem apiece, but with 90 seconds on no Razor, it's a big moment for Falcons to actually get on the map. It does look like they're mostly just map fixing, pushing out lanes. Could think about Tormentor perhaps once they get the lanes fixed out.
They're so eager from Tidebound though to like go that deep, hunting people into the fountain. Like nothing to say went kind of wild.
He did. In a way though, dying with no buyback in the enemy base can sometimes be the best place. You know, it's the best worst thing that has happened to you, because now at least you don't get picked off and the enemy push your barracks immediately. Tiny looking for pickoffs, not gonna find it, but tower will fall. We've only gonna delay it.
Still 40 seconds to play with. Tower bottom, maybe move into mid for that one as well. Falcons back out on the map, and all to play for 40 minutes in. A game which Tidebound have had kind of firmly in their grasp for the majority of the time.
I do like the decision Kunkka went for to change his mind. He went Refresher earlier, or had it queued up, and then he said, no, SLQS is better. I think that was correct. Too much physical damage in this game, and you need to be able to do some damage as well. You can't leave all that pressure on the Tiny, like I said, to be the damage dealer. And in the fights, we've seen Kunkka actually kind of smack down the Razor a bit. Get some autos in there.
Elder Titan.
Oh, Tiny jumping in.
Tiny jumped, yeah. Little box saves him. Back with the arena as well. Snaking the one to die first. The Skitter with the BKB TP gets out of there.
I think you're going to be the only casualty of that jump. Now they're backing out, trying to get in some safer positioning. They saw the Kunkka here. Mars has Refresher ready. He can lock him for a long time.
Has a lot of control. Hexed up, speared, rebuked, slapped with a stomp. In comes the Razor for the damage, and Quinn, he's gone.
Oh boy, 120 seconds. They know he doesn't have buy. This could be the final blow to Falcons.
Especially if they get bonus kills like
so.
Crit in the mid lane. Planet, Shiro jumps straight onto
buy either.
You can't be out there like that. Kunkka and Snap dead for a long time.
He wanted to fix the lanes because he knew the push was coming, but now he has just made it even worse. Full minutes. They don't even need to push for Megas here. They could just go straight for a throne, I think. There's Tinker, of course, with annoying defense, but can he really stop this?
They've only got 1 creep wave to work with, right? That is the limiting factor here for Team Tidebound.
Next creep wave is not being cut by anyone. Tiny is not up there. So even if they do kill these creeps, next one will come in. They're going to play it very safe. They want to take the barracks. Gonna swoop down bottom. I respect it. Not play too close to the enemy fountain.
Yeah, incrementally destroy the base. Finish off the
heal as
Refresher
well
on
now from
Razor.
the arena. 25.
Falcons are setting up to go. No Kunkka for 50.
Kunkka.
Well, they're going to toss back the Gyro. And Bach, he just goes in first. Amar goes and dooms the Razor. Skitter is stuck on the right-hand side, caught up and chain disabled down. He's got a buyback, sure. Amar went pretty deep here, but he doesn't get any kills. Doom is gone. Double buyback on course for the Falcons, but they're still losing their barracks. Razor, now the Doom has ended, moves on to Snaking with Bach having a nice arena. Amar stuck inside, the dieback of the Doom incoming, and Shiro steps up to dish out the damage, and Skitter BKBing up, not sustaining himself through the physical raw damage of Shiro's gyrocopter, and Tidebound outside the fountain. They're going to force the GG out of Falcons. 1 apiece in this 2-game series. Nothing to say, finishes with an ultra kill, and well tied up. A good bounce back there, rebounding from an absolute stomping to take game 2.
Oh look, Kunkka is alive. He's back. Oh, that was painful to watch. The decision to take that fight there, they did not want to play into Mega Creeps. They knew it was pretty much the death sentence, so you take a fight, but without Kunkka, the